Do you think really he do not know that he is lying? He don't know the hadith that Muhammad he is saying? How many of you think that this person, who is supposedly a Muslim sheikh, he do not know what really his prophet said in that hadith? He's quoting the hadith for us. Never ever learn about Islam from Muslims. I earned my degree in the Islamic cult, but they never taught me anything truthful. And the second you ask a question which is very embarrassing, they will ignore you. Islamic school is not a school. Is Islamic Mule University. Because you get in as a donkey, you graduate as a mule. Because what the point of a religion? We are going to study it, but we cannot ask questions about it. The only question you can ask is about how to practice it. The second you question the religion, you are dead. In the best scenario, you will never graduate. The same as a university of atheists. If you are a person who is a student, they give you a question about the evolution, and you say this is wrong, this is false, there's no enough evidence of it, blah 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 blah, you will get 0 in the exam. You will fail. They will not let you pass. They are the same. Now, do we have any Muslim is willing to call us to respond to what we said? Mayday, mayday. Do we have any Muslim who can call us and respond for what we showed you? Anyone? Who is a proud Muslim? We will talk to you nicely, don't worry. You see, I'm nice with people as long as they are nice. You want to be rude? Oh, I will teach you what rude means. Anyone is willing to explain to us why Muhammad making false statement? Especially he claimed that this is a statement coming to him from his God. How a person, he is a prophet of God and he says such a thing? Anyone? Do we have any Muhammadan? Any Muslim would like to call us? So guys, you see, this is Al-Bukhari. This is Al-Bukhari, which means this is very authentic. This is like Quran. After reading this, if there is any one of you have a doubt for a second that Muhammad is a false person, if there is any Muslim can defend what his prophet said. Especially that all Muslims, YouTubers, they agree this hadith is very authentic. Anyone? Nobody? Okay, so conclusion, Muhammad is a false prophet. I mean, we can show you tons of things. As an example, Muhammad, he claimed that in his time, he says, soon the Euphrates will, there's a mountain of gold under the Euphrates, and people will, but Muhammad, we know, this guy, he imagined things. This guy is crazy. This guy is mentally ill. Even the Muslim agree. Once the Prophet was bewitched, that he began to imagine that had done a thing which in fact he has not done. I mean, name for me one organ of this Prophet is working. And the most important organ is his brain is not working. Even his penis have a problem. Muhammad says, I was the most weak person between all mankind. In what? In sex. Fil jima'. And then I invoke Allah. Okay. And then Allah, he sent me a dish of shish kebab. I ate it, I get the power of 40 men. I mean, this story alone is enough to make you die laughing. Muhammad, he prophesied that there is a kitchen in the house of Allah, and Allah, he went to his kitchen, he did the barbecue, he had some spices like witches, in the top of the shish kebab. He sent it to Jibreel. Jibreel, he got the power of 40, sorry, Muhammad, he got the power of 40 men of heaven, not 40 men of earth. And every man of the heaven, he will have the power of 100 men of earth. So Muhammad, he got the power of 4,000 men in boom boom. 4,000 men. So let us say an average, excuse my language, all of us, we are adult as long as we are over the age of 6. Like Aisha, according to Muslim, she was adult and mature. If you are 6, you are okay, So according to this, if Muhammad have the power of 4,000 men, that's mean Muhammad, he can have sex at least, every man, he will do it once. I mean, come on, once a day, hello. So according to this, let me go to the calculator. 4,000 times, Muhammad, he can have sex at least 4,000 times a day. Divided into 24 hours, Muhammad, he can have orgasm and sex 166 times every 60 minutes. We will divide the 166.6, and that's amazing, 66666, to 60 minutes. That means Muhammad, he will have sex and orgasm every 2.7 minutes. Who can do that? Only Prophet of Allah. Have you ever heard of a religion, they focus on the penis of their prophet to prove that he is a prophet? The prophet, he used to do boom boom to all his wives. In one night, the Muslim, they say. He don't even wash. The women, they line up. Muhammad, he take off his panty, and the boom boom party start. Next. Next. No, I just did with you already. Don't cheat. Next. This is a prophet of God. And he don't even wash. Going from a woman to a woman. And who is the one who was witnessing for this? Anas ibn Malik. I mean, look at this. The guy he was with Muhammad in the bedroom, how he knew? I mean, this is about sex. How the guy, he was able to witness that Muhammad, he do boom boom to all his wives without even washing in one night. He was watching from the window or from the keyhole. I mean, if he's a prophet, she said so. Okay, I mean, the wife, I would say, okay, the wife, she was there. But this is a guy. And all of this to support that he's a prophet, you know, because he's a prophet, he can do, you know. Do you remember the story of Moses? Just to show you the idea of Islam, that Islam is, like, you know, Muhammad, he learned from the Jews that the priest, he have to be perfectly healthy. Perfectly healthy. Tradition. So Muhammad, he learned from that, according to his knowledge or his understanding, that a prophet, he must be having, you know, perfect health. And the Jews, they accuse Moses, brother, that there is something wrong with his testicles. I mean, what's wrong with you Jews? How do you do that? And the funny is that the story about Moses' testicles is in the book of ministration. So was Moses doing ministration? I mean, how in the world you put the story about Moses' testicles in the book of ministration? I mean, the Muslim Imam, the Sheikh, he's a thinker. Okay, where I will put this story, where I will put this story. Ministration. Okay, but this is Moses. He's a man. And there's no woman involved. How you put the story in the book of ministration? Any comment from any Muslim? But anyway, this is story 2 is kind of, actually I was going to convert to Islam when I saw it first time, you know, but there was a black dog. He said to me, no, you know, you know, I go, almost I was going to convert. I mean, look at this story. This is amazing. So beautiful story. Hammam bin, the messenger, he said, he reported, Banu Israel, Banu mean, the translation of Muslims is really horrible. Supposedly now they translate it, but say Banu Israel. Don't people know what Banu mean? Which means children of Israel. Used to take a bath together. Me, shame on you Jews, how you do that? Naked. They take a bath and naked. Are you kidding me? I mean, people have no shame no more. What's wrong with people? You go to the bathroom, taking a bath, and you are naked? How dare you? I mean, somebody called the cops. There's a bunch of Jews, and they are in the bathroom, and they are taking a shower naked. You see, Mohad, look what happened to Muslims. The second we show them something embarrassing, he go and he scratch his ass and he try to find something. Hey, can you read for us the book of Ezekiel? He cannot explain the stupidity of the prophet. He tried to escape. Hey, Christian Prince, the verses, read the verses of Ezekiel. No problem, Mud. In front of everybody here, I have an offer for you. People, be my witness. Mud, you call me and you read for me the chapter and the verses you mentioned. That's all what I want from you. And don't hang up. Do you dare to do so? In front of everybody. Let us see who is running away from the topic. Let us see who is ashamed of his book. You, because you're ashamed of your book, you try to make me change the topic. I understand, you are a Muslim. But guess what? We have no problem. I will go, I'll read Ezekiel for you, and I will give you the answer about it. Can you call me? People, do you think this guy, he dared to call me? I'm not going to ask you questions. I will just say to you, okay, give me the question. I mean, even this one is scaring the hell of you. How much terrified you are. Brother, don't want the brother to read the book of Ezekiel for us, brother? Don't you want to show us something embarrassing, brother? Come on, brother. You see the stupidity? Copy paste from Islamic website. Idiots. The first thing you will notice when Muslims they ask questions about the Bible is the dishonesty. Because those verses we answer about them 1,000, 1,000,000 times. And they go and they say, you know, Didat, let us read what Didat says. Didat, he made fun of the Quran by making fun of the Bible. The same thing he said, Israel, he fought with his God. He was wrestling with his God. You're stupid. The second you accept his name is Israel, that means you accept the story. Potato. Do you know what Israel mean? Israel mean the one who struggled with God. Donkey. Here the same. Mr. Muhd is mentioning to us to read for him Ezekiel, but why? Because he don't want us to see the stupidity of his prophet. So the logic of a Muslim is, should I show them something maybe embarrassing so that will make us, both of us, embarrassed, supposedly? Is that what you are trying to do? No, Abdul, it doesn't work. Nothing there is embarrassing for me. And you are a fool. And you are stupid like your prophet. For this is have nothing to do with females, and this is have nothing to do with women. Idiot. But because you are a donkey, who doesn't matter how many times we answer the question, you will repeat the question tomorrow, and you will go to Christian form and we will pose the same thing tomorrow, or maybe an hour after. This is about two territories, two cities, you idiot. This is not about a woman. This is about those people who live in those cities, as you see. So, I mean, they don't even have a brain. This is not about a women. This is a great chapter speaking about how those cities, they are fornicating with the pagan, like your prophet. Potato. But as long as you mention fornication, here we go. Your prophet, he taught you the value of fornication. He said that Allah, he forced every human being to do fornication. It's a destiny. So while the Bible fighting fornication, your prophet promoting it and say it's a destiny. And this is why we see Muhammad promoting muta. Are you there? So we answered you about the verse you choose for us. This is have nothing to do with women. This is have to do with all the people, including men. The harlot is a city. Is not a man or even a woman. But what kind of God and what kind of a prophet he allow his followers to go and rent a woman for a one night or two night stand? You see, when you say to the Muslims about muta, they say to you, oh, the muta is forbidden now. So you are saying to me, your prophet, he allow fornication and later he forbid fornication? If we ask Muslims what is muta, they say to you it's a marriage, you know, they do it temporarily, you know, it's really, it is. That's a lie. That's a big fat lie. It's not a marriage. It is a rental agreement. It is what? It's a rental agreement. This is your Muslim website, alislam.org. All what you need to do, go and read by your own eyes and see the perverted Muhammad. They claim that women in Islam, they are like jewels, we cover them by burqa. Women in Islam are used as a sex object. There's no value for women in Islam. She's half a brain. She is not allowed to witness in capital punishment. And if she is allowed, 2 women equal to 1 man. A woman, she can be divorced by text message. A woman, she cannot divorce her husband by text message. A man, he can throw her anytime. The man, he will pay her dowry, which is nothing. I remember was in high school, and I have like a student in my classroom, which is, you know, like with me in the class. You know, he's a Bedouin. So he was not coming to schools. So I you know, wrote for him some of the homework and told him, like, you know, if you want to follow up. So I went to his house to help him. He said, well, I was busy because my dad, he divorced my mother. It's really? She's old, you know, the woman, she is old. He said, yeah, you know, and guess what? I said, what? He said, like, when they get married, they wrote the dowry of the divorce, or let's say the final payment, is like something equal to, let us say, at the time when they get married, it was maybe $100,000. But the time they are divorcing, the money she will take after serving this man all her life is not even enough to buy her a TV. Read with me carefully the amazing religion of Islam. What is muta? The Muslim definition of muta, as you see in the screen. In some work, special term is applied to women who participate in muta. Musta'ajara in Arabic. This is written in Latin words, but it is Arabic. Musta'ajara, but then translation, or rented women. Muta is considered as a kind of rental because in general man's basic aim of this kind of marriage, this is marriage. You just said, look at the hypocrisy of this cult. Look at the hypocrisy of the one who is teaching us about muta. It's a marriage, brother. It's a you just said rented. Are you saying to me that in Islam you can rent a wife? Rented women? If I am the one who is saying this, you will say, well, this guy is making things up. This is their website. This is their Muslim website. Some Muslim wanna call me? Where is the Muslim wanna call me? Post please, if you are a Muslim wanna call me, I will see you. I'm looking at the chat now. It's a Shia? Well, the Quran is a Shia? This is Quran, chapter 4, verse 24. Is the hadith of Muhammad is a Shia? Is the hadith of Al-Bukhari is a Shia? Is the hadith of Sahih Muslim is a Shia? You see the excuse? When the Quran says it is muta, it means sexual pleasure. This is Quran. Do you have Quran as a Muslim Sunni, or you don't have Quran? What kind of God he says you can go and rent women? Is that something approved by Moses? You Muslim, you say Muhammad, he followed the steps of the prophets before him, and you claim that you believe in the same God. The Muslim who gave us Ezekiel proving to us that prophets of God, they struggle against the Jewish people fornication. The Jewish people, bad act. Here, Muhammad, he promote the bad act. He claimed that this is from God. Read carefully. Muta is considered as a kind of rental because in general a man's basic aim is the kind of this marriage is a sexual enjoyment of the women. In return for his enjoyment, the women she receives certain amount of money or property.